did not want the porch, they wanted a box. And so they put everything inside, and then some of them have come back and said, well, I run outside. So we have allowed a 60-inch garden area, and it's common area. It's still common area that we give for the use of the shareholder. Now, we all know we live in a fishbowl, and unfortunately, this fishbowl, it gets a little bit hectic with porches and with sitting out there, and then it even echoes. I mean, I had a shareholder that sits on my porch, it's pretty loud, and it kind of echoes through. So when the board is presented with the 1 to 2 shareholders, we, the board, represents the entire mutual. It's a corporation, and we have many, many people in here. Some are environmentalists. They like grass and trees. They are not interested in concrete. I know Danny's a tree lover. So we have to make these decisions based on the whole entire corporation and not on a 1 or 2. And I think some of us have heard about the Hatfields and the McCoys feud. Well, we have a shareholder that moved in. The neighbors were great. Something happened, and one shareholder put up a trellis and the other put up a block and bricks, and it's night and day with those two. So the 60 inches we allow for garden, and we do allow pavers. The pavers can be out there so you can put your chairs and so forth. So we have those items, and David Sterling is pretty clear on what we can do is we're giving away common area. I have asked the attorney about some of this, and of course they want a legal opinion, which cost us. So anyway, I'd like to get the board's input on this. I want to start with Diane, the parcel director.
Okay. Some of this that I'm going to mention we've kind of touched on already, but if you have ever walked down our sidewalk, we're an alley. Our units are closer than any other ones are. Usually, if you're in your unit and you're in an inside unit or outside, you're not looking directly in front of somebody else. You've got a nice grass area to look at, or you can look at the carports or whatever. Our units are closer than anyone else's. And in this community, we prize the green grass, not cement and not walls. Because if you look around, if I stand on the end of my sidewalk and look down, I love seeing all the lawns down there, the trees that are there that are blooming, the flowers that are in the gardens. The grass in front of the unit is common ground, belongs to the mutual and not to the shareholder. I think some people look at that differently, and they think that's my lawn and my area. It's not, it's the mutual, and we have to grant the use. We get 48 inches, we had 48 inches of garden area. We now have expanded that to 60 inches, because in some cases, more garden is what the people want, and we allow that to happen. But not for a patio, just for a larger garden area. We've already turned down patios on interior units. I would hate to see what they would say if we allow these. If we allow this expansion, we would be coming too close to our neighbors, would reduce their privacy, their view, the noise, and I think it would create more disputes between the neighbors. Homes with reduced privacy are less valuable compared to others with more privacy. Privacy gives us space to be ourselves without judgment, gives us control over who knows what about us, and we have limited privacy for various reasons. Large windows, shared walkways, whatever. So to extend that, I think would be not valuable for our particular area of the community.
Okay, thank you. Bob, do you have a comment?
About their plan?
Yeah, I'm just going around to all the board directors to give their input. So go ahead.
Well, I'm a physical property director, and I was looking at your plan, that, you know, and as we said, 60 inches, because on here, it's 5'6", and then another 12 inches, well, that wall has to be set within that 60 inches. You know, this drawing's a little bit, you know, we can't go with that. So anyway, that's,
So what's your opinion of the patio wall?
well, I'm kinda go with, they're all over the different mutuals, I know we're in
Speak into the
mutual
mic,
9.
please.
I know we're in mutual 9, but, I see patios everywhere, and I don't have a problem with it. myself.
Okay, all right, Dr. Gruber. If you have a comment,
It's a bad precedent for imposing these kind of things on neighbors. I'm not for it.
Pam, do you have a comment?
Just if we were to decide to do it, and I'm not saying we wouldn't, I think there needs to be a rule and a regulation that all the shareholders around there have to sign and approve it. And then if somebody moves in, maybe it needs to be, and they don't like it next to them, then it would have to be removed. There's a lot to look at before we would consider moving forward.
Okay, Albert,
Diane?
microphone.
Diane said it beautifully. I have seen some of these patios, especially in Mutual 5, and the loss of privacy is tremendous. And it's like, you can't get rid of it, you're gonna hear stuff, you're gonna see stuff, and it's right in your face. And the other thing we haven't mentioned is, there is a tendency for people around Leisure World to hoard. And if you have extra space like that, guess what happens? They start to flood up, and then the neighbors that walk by, and the store will see it. And it's
You're speaking in the
it's
microphone.
bad, the fishbowl is the best way to describe it. It's like that little bit of piece that we have that you don't wanna block when you look out your door.
Okay, Heather?
Well, I feel that, I go along with the privacy issue very much, but, I also feel for the people that don't have a patio. But I think that we can't start something that we can't do for everybody, and we won't be able to do it for everybody, so I think we just need to leave it the way it is.
Okay, so just so you know, everybody has a porch. Everybody moved in here years ago, they had a porch. Those that wanted to enclose, then they enclosed. Now, these two one-bedrooms have porches. We are allowing a 60-inch for common area, and you can put pavers, and those pavers, you can put chairs, plants on them. So we do give that access to the shareholders. It becomes, when you're putting up a wall and the privacy there and so forth, it becomes the issue here. So I'm going to go ahead and let Bob read the motion, because it is on the agenda. And if the one unit is wrong, please correct it.
It's okay on the agenda.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
The motion part.
but the motion,
Go read it.
I move to approve patio permit for unit mutual 9 217D.
Okay, may I have a second? Okay, sorry, that failed. Please go read the next one. That's,
So that means we're done.
there's no second.
Pardon? That means we're done.
Okay, I move to approve patio permit for unit mutual 9 217C.
May I have a second? Okay, there's no second, so those two motions, I'm sorry, has failed. You may use pavers on yours, it's the wall that is becoming the issue. You still have the 60 inches, okay? So let's move